total random fact while I set up for our live today that we're talking about magnesium, and that is 2 oils I always keep at my house for my skin. And one of those is, let me just finish my little collagen. One of those is, bad call to do to start. One of those is castor oil, and the other one is jojoba oil. Those are my 2 favorite oils for my skin. Now that we've got the live all set up, and boy, people are hopping onto Instagram. Love to see you here. I want to share something with you. I'm really excited about this. Okay, boom. Are you ready? Oh, I've got slides. I worked over the weekend to set up some slides, and I'm wanting to know, give me your feedback. Is that slide better or is that slide better? Which is easier? Oh, wait, or, okay, I'll get it. No, anyway, but give me your feedback on that slide, which is better? Because I think if you're on your phone, the other way might be better. So I'd love feedback on the sizing. Did you like it when the slide was big? Did you lose connection when I was gone? Anyway, feedback always appreciated. We are talking about the basics of magnesium today, and the most efficient way to achieve cell saturation to boost your immune system. I cannot tell you how many people around me are sick. I don't want to get sick. And I want to do everything I can before instead of waiting to get sick and then trying to fix it after. It's so much easier if you do the preventative. And so today, oh, smaller. Kimberly, which one's smaller? Thank you so much for that feedback. The slide smaller or me smaller? I appreciate the feedback so much. Oh, can't read it on the phone unless it's bigger. Okay, that just determined which one I'm going to do, because there we go. Most people, I think 87% of people when they hop on these classes are on their phones. So thank you so much. So wrapping the magnesium and the role it plays and bringing in some other tools is what we're going to be talking about for about the next 30 minutes, which, by the way, I'm setting my timer. And I am, if you can see this slide, which I'm really excited, I figured out that technology and how to do it. Epsom salts versus magnesium soak. And then at the bottom, I'll read it for you in case you're on your phone and you can't see it. Stay tuned until the end for a giveaway, not sponsored by Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. I do want to share something though, and it's desiccated liver. Throughout this class, my goal is that you have a deeper understanding of the nutrients and cofactors to help you achieve cell saturation more efficiently and to benefit and build that strong foundation. Magnesium is the gateway to a strong foundation, and you need supporting nutrients. And one of the reasons I'm so excited about this is we haven't had it for a while. I couldn't source what was up to my standard, and I finally found some. And this, we asked them to do a lower processing, slower processing, which costs more, right? Because it's their time. In doing that, you take less of this, it's more efficient, has more whole food B vitamins, and a stronger ability to help you walk away from being anemic. Let me share our experience as a family. Someone that I love that is very close to me that cannot be anemic. They just can't be because of some other complications. And they went anemic. And sorry about that. they went anemic. And this, okay, so when you take these, it shines the light on your stomach acid. And sometimes when people take these, they're like, oh, I felt so nauseated. My stomach, I was burping. I couldn't do that. This high value foods take more hydrochloric acid to break down. This is one of the highest value foods that I put in my body. And I've always said, take four, take four. That's the recommended dosage on the back. And four is great. Some people can't get four down. And so I said to this person that I love so much, just do one in the morning and one at night. They're retesting your blood in 6 weeks and we'll know if that moved it at all. And I was just hoping a couple of points. The doctor looks at the blood work and says, oh, those iron pills we prescribed are phenomenal. You are no longer anemic and your ferritin looks great, because not only was this person anemic, but their ferritin had dropped. And both of those numbers are very important. And I looked at my husband and I was just like, don't say anything. He's convinced of his knowledge and I'm convinced of my knowledge, and we're not going to move the needle here at all on this appointment. I personally would never take iron. Iron is made from metal shavings. It's one of the reasons taking iron can get you so constipated. Your body's trying to protect itself from the heavy metals. I am extremely sensitive to metals after my surgery that crashed my health. When they put the cadaver graft bought off market with mold and metals, I'm extremely sensitive. And so personally, and everyone has to make their own choice what works for them. I am not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. Desiccated liver has moved iron levels, and like I cannot, I was just looking for a point or two in the 6 weeks. Now, one in the morning, one at night, and he was incredibly consistent. I want to say 99%. I don't think he missed a night. The consistency, even with the lower dosage, made huge gains on his blood work in 6 weeks. That was so exciting to me. And I thought, I don't talk about this product enough. And the whole food vitamin A, the whole food vitamin D, the B vitamins, because it was processed slower. I asked them, can you do it slower because it will retain more of the nutrients? And they said yes, and we did it. And it has more of all of the goodness that comes with desiccated liver. I would love to share some with you. So stay tuned until the end and we'll talk about the giveaway of desiccated liver. When we're soaking in magnesium and we're wanting to achieve cell saturation of 6.3 or above, I want the most efficient way. Epsom salts versus magnesium soak is probably the number one question that is asked online, in email, through text, through DMs. It's number one every day. This question comes in. So I want to sing it from the rooftops. Epsom salts are not the equivalent of magnesium soak. They do not have as much magnesium and they do not penetrate the cell to move your red blood cell numbers. Now, we know that Epsom salts are great for our muscles and they relax us, and that's great. Add the Epsom salts if you want to your magnesium soak. Epsom salts will not get you to cell saturation, and I've seen that by blood work over the last 20 years, over and over and over and over. It's magnesium sulfate. It's been more heavily processed than magnesium soak from Living the Good Life Naturally, if your goal is to activate your vitamin D levels, we need magnesium in the cells. Now, that red blood cell test that you can take, and Shelley, I'm sure if she doesn't have that up, she can throw up the test that I like, that shows where your red blood cell numbers are with magnesium. That test is not perfect because it doesn't show what's in the bones. It's only showing what's in the cells. And the magnesium in your body, about 60% is for the bones and 40% is for the cells. It is giving us a snapshot, though, of what your organs have access to, which is what I want. 6.3 or above. And Epsom salts does not get you there. The other thing that does not get you there are dead sea salts. I should have made a separate screen for this topic. Dead sea salts do not get you there because they are so contaminated with arsenic, heavy metals, chemicals that are poured into the Dead Sea for manufacturing, and human waste. They have to be so processed to pull that stuff out. And remember, with magnesium, the more you process it, the less effective it is. This magnesium is sea brine magnesium from the Zechstein Sea, and it's not processed from flakes. I love the fact that magnesium is trending right now. So many people are selling magnesium. I've supported other companies building their magnesium product. I've helped them, like, oh, this is what I learned. Try this, try that. But when they are selling you a magnesium product and saying, soak in this magnesium, and is what they've done is filled the jar with water and sprinkled in some dead sea salts, that is what I take issue to. It doesn't matter where that salt comes from. It's had to go through more processing and will not meet the goals of giving you the full functionality of magnesium soak from Living the Good Life Naturally. And that's what I want people to understand. You make the best decision for you, but understand and ask, where is your magnesium coming from? And if it's a salt, a magnesium flake, a dead sea salt, an Epsom salt that they're just remixing into water, it's not going to get you to cell saturation. I want it undiluted. I want it not processed. I want it from the Zechstein Sea. And I want it coming to me in a way that will move that red blood cell number. Okay, let's go to my next slide. Magnesium and your immune system, how do they relate? What's happening with your immune system? I don't know. Tell me, have you got a lot of people around you sick? There are so many around me. Understanding the role that magnesium plays with your immune system helps me to continue to take the action to maintain my cell saturation. Some people are on the pathway of achieving cell saturation, and some people are on the pathway of maintaining cell saturation. And those are two different pathways, and we approach those differently in how often we soak and how often we get our blood work tested to see where our numbers are at. The goal for me is cell saturation, because when you have enough magnesium, magnesium activates your vitamin D. And if we've learned anything since 2020, we know how important vitamin D is in our immune system. It turns it on. Think of the vitamin D like a light switch. Well, magnesium is the action that turns the light on. You can have vitamin D in your body, but if you don't have the light turned on to the vitamin D, your body cannot access it. And we have stored vitamin D and we have active vitamin D. Magnesium takes the stored vitamin D converts it to active vitamin D, and that's where your immune system is naturally strengthened. Are you at cell saturation? Have you soaked in magnesium today? I want to know. I absolutely want to know. Okay, here we go on the next one. I'm grabbing some water. Oh, good morning. Is it Andra? Andra? I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. I love that. We do this specifically for those recordings. And before I go to this next slide, there are a couple of questions. Oh, so I'm doing a giveaway. I'll do that close. This is desiccated liver from Living the Good Life Naturally. When it has my approval, you'll see the KB at the bottom. That KB means this is something I have researched, I have tested, I have studied, and it is the cleanest source, and I can't find anything that's that good. I carry something when that situation arises. So this is my company's desiccated liver, Living the Good Life Naturally. And it's from grass-fed and grass-finished. Grass-fed, grass-finished gives you a higher quality product. It's much more expensive to source. And now we've slowed down the processing on it when they process it. And instead of processing it at high heat, it's processed very slow. And because of that, the efficiency of this batch of desiccated liver is unlike anything I've ever seen. So this is from my company. You can go to my website, livingthegoodlifenaturally.com, to purchase some. I will be giving some away at the end. When that person that I love, when I saw what their blood work had done in 6 weeks, taking one in the morning, one at night. And remember, I'm not a doctor. Every body is different. I'm just sharing with you results that I've never seen before from desiccated liver. And it excited me. And I thought, ooh, I want to share some of that. The other thing about sharing the desiccated liver, and I'll leave it up there, sharing this desiccated liver is it has the cofactors to help you uptake. Think of it like a whole food vitamin B. Vitamin B is a part of you uptaking and utilizing your magnesium. Vitamin B is water soluble, and when our stress goes up, our vitamin B goes out. Taking desiccated liver is my way of getting a whole food version of the B vitamins. And when we've got those B vitamins, it makes it that we utilize our magnesium much more efficiently. And then Chelsea, I'm so glad you're here, Chelsea. Thank you for the question. The best blood testing Shelley has got in the chat sections, in the notes. But if you're coming in from Instagram, I don't think those show up. And on Instagram, you can go to the link in my bio and it will have the testing that I prefer. Okay. Perfect, Patty. Great question. Can you do a magnesium soak while taking Mag L-threonate? Always run your choices and your decisions through your board of directors when it comes to your health. I will share with you, I've never seen an issue. I've never seen an issue that happening. I've got a problem with my mic or with my camera. Not sure what happened there. Just 1 second. It is gone. Okay, well, I'm glad I've got slides. Camera. I'll have to check on that after. I've never seen an issue of someone doing that. always run it by your board of directors. Always, always run it by your board of directors to make sure that that's an appropriate amount for you. Taking it orally and taking it through your skin are two different pathways. And taking it through your skin, you just don't have the consequences of too much magnesium like you do when you take it orally. Anyway, so make the best decision for you, Patty, with your board of directors for your health. Okay, magnesium. I've said this a lot. Magnesium shines the light on what your body needs. For example, the desiccated liver. If you've taken desiccated liver and you feel nauseated after, that's a sign you don't have enough hydrochloric acid to break down a high value food. The more nutrients in the food, the more hydrochloric acid you need. And so it's shining the light on what your body needs. But so many times is what we can do is say to ourselves, oh, that whatever it is made me sick. Well, let's look at why. Where's your hydrochloric acid at? And let's boost that hydrochloric acid. Magnesium shines the light on low potassium. If you're soaking in magnesium and you're tired and you go even beyond tired to exhausted, that's an issue with your potassium because magnesium's the master mineral. And when you're low in potassium, we know you were low in magnesium. And when you soak in magnesium, if you're low in potassium, your body drops the potassium lower to run over and pick up the magnesium because it's the master mineral. If you're already low and your body drops lower, you're exhausted. And so adding some coconut water, adding celery juice, adding white beans, bananas, foods that are high in potassium will help to bring that up, and that tiredness will go away. Another one that can happen is people will soak in magnesium and say, Kristen, my heels the skin is cracking and peeling and it's just horrible. Magnesium shines the light on what your body needs when you're soaking. And so far, over the last 20 years, that's always been omega-3 fatty acid deficiency. Adding omegas that are appropriate for you to bring up and balance your omega-3 fatty acid profile, and that goes away. Some of my favorites are eating cold water fish and supplementing. I love Droppy cod liver oil, and that is usually in a couple of days that will make that peeling and cracking go away, unless you're in a high cortisol, high stress place in your life, because that cortisol breaks down your omega-3 fatty acid chain. And so if you are someone that your nervous system is dysregulated and you are that high cortisol, then it will take longer because you're actually that cortisol is breaking down the very thing you need to bring balance to that skin issue. Okay, I am checking back over here for some questions. Oh, Shelley, thank you for making sure that all of those links are there for people. On Instagram, please go to my bio. I don't think the links go over on the Instagram feed, but they do on the YouTube and Facebook. And with technology, we can stream it all at once, and it's an amazing thing. Okay. Oh, research, Amy, the research on the different products, being in that wheelchair, not being able to function, needing help to do every body function that your body needs, not being able to do that myself, and the toll it took on my family is what drives me to make sure that the product that I'm getting is what they say it is. That's what drives me. And I want products to go in my body that meet my standard. And I realize there's a lot of other people that want that standard met too. For example, they can put fillers in food, and that don't show up on testing. And so it doesn't show that it's got that massive filler unless you run a specific test. There are so many things that are happening to our food that don't support health. If I'm buying something to support health, I am 100% all in and expect 100% back from what I'm purchasing. And I'm just so excited about the desiccated liver. I was out of it for, I think it was almost 2 years. I could not find anything that met that standard. And over the moon about this one in its ability to create change in your body as shown by blood work. Oh, so excited about that one. Okay, let's go ahead and we are going to go right here. Giveaway. If you would like to be entered to win a bottle of desiccated liver, and I will be choosing 10 people, okay? 10. Oh, I'm holding my hands up and showing you 10, but with no camera, that's not working so great. Let me do this so it's even bigger. And I'm giving away, oh my goodness, I'm giving away 10 bottles. Now, when I do a giveaway, I have a daughter that years ago said to me, Mom, if you're giving something away, you pay for the shipping. Don't make them pay for the shipping. That's not a giveaway. And so this giveaway, I will also pay for the shipping to get it to you. Now, we only ship in the United States. We don't do international yet. And so to enter this giveaway, you need to be in the United States. You also need to remember this giveaway is not sponsored by Facebook. It is not sponsored by YouTube. It is not sponsored by Instagram. I, Kristen Bowen, founder of Living the Good Life Naturally, pulled 10 bottles that I will ship to you and give to you. To enter this giveaway, leave a comment either on YouTube, on Facebook, or Instagram. Leave a comment and share with me what was your powerful takeaway from our time together today? What was that one piece of information that you connected to? Because when you connect, you have a higher likelihood of taking action. Health, we're in our heads too much. We're creating health in our head with all of the research and all of the learning. I love research. I love learning. I stayed stuck there for so long. I needed to get out of my head and my body and take action. That's what creates health. I would love to know. Oh, so Dina Czar, I believe on Instagram, just left her comment, which entered her to win. And she said, I love learning so much, learning about the fillers in food. It's just, well, it shouldn't be happening, but it is. And the acerola cherry that we're bringing in has to go through so much testing because of the fillers that don't show up on testing. And I want that testing done to make sure that it doesn't have the fillers because my body doesn't do as well with those fillers. And I'm excited to bring that back also. And when that comes back, we'll do a giveaway on that. So Dina, if you're in the United States, that's officially entered you in to win one of those 10 bottles of desiccated liver. Kishore on YouTube. I love YouTube. I haven't done a lot on YouTube. And so I'm always excited when I see someone hop on from YouTube. Kishore says, these sessions are helpful. I look forward to them each week. Thank you. You are so very welcome. Pam says, I need to go grab some now that you have it back. It is back, Pam, and I'm so excited. Kimberly says, this is new to me. Looking forward to getting my products. Eager to see what magnesium shines the light on what is going on for me. It can be frustrating if you switch that mindset to what is this showing me that I don't have? Because when you bridge that, it's so much easier to build health on top of it, Kimberly. And I recognize though, sometimes when someone goes to get tested and their magnesium has dropped after the 30-day challenge, I think that's probably the worst one that happens. It's like, what? I bought this magnesium, I soaked, and my magnesium levels are lower. Well, that's a taurine deficiency. Adding taurine will help you hold magnesium in the cell. You can go taurine rich foods or you can go a taurine supplement. If you opt for supplementation of taurine, remember too much taurine will slow down, not stop. Let me rephrase those words. Too much taurine will slow down your thyroid function and your thyroid converting T4 into T3, which is the active part of thyroid. We can learn about, oh, taurine makes such a difference. I'm going to add taurine, which I think is a great, of the supplements that I do that are synthetic, that's one that I do off and on. I don't stay on it all of the time, but it's one that I cycle, making sure that we don't jump in and just take the maximum amount, because then you can start getting tired because it slowed down your thyroid function. Leah, that vitamin D gets activated by magnesium in our body. Yes, and if you are low vitamin D, you have to be low magnesium. You don't get low vitamin D without being low in magnesium. And that's why for me, it's so incredibly important that, okay, why is that coming back on? Boy, we have got some. That's why I do not know why that is happening. There is craziness on StreamYard today. Elizabeth says, oh, I would love a bottle. I work for a fashion retail. Tell me where, tell me where. I love clothes and the history of clothes and the textile industry and design and all of those things. I love it. I'm on your feet 7 hours every night, working with leg cramping. And did you know, I was always confused because leg cramping for most people can be solved by increasing magnesium, and soaking in magnesium. And so many people would say, oh, my leg cramping's totally gone, Kristen. And then you'd have somebody else, I'd hear that 100, 1,000 times. And you're like, okay, I feel really solid sharing this with people. Every once in a while, though, it came through and they'd say, Kristen, it didn't help my leg cramping. Did you know if you're anemic, that aggravates leg cramping? And I'm so excited to be doing this giveaway because desiccated beef liver has been shown to help with anemia. And remember, anemia is not a diagnosis, it's a symptom of something else happening in your body. And so many times I think we take it as a diagnosis. And if you're anemic, stress is a part of that always. And we need to learn some tools to reduce that stress. Desiccated liver is a way to increase iron level that's easily accessible in our body. And this desiccated liver from Living the Good Life Naturally is grass-fed, grass-finished, processed slowly at low heat. And because of that, it retains more of the nutrients, of the iron, of the whole food vitamin D, vitamin A, and B vitamins. It just is such an energy boost for me. I've been out of it for so long. And now that I'm back on it, I'd forgotten the benefits from taking it. I love this desiccated liver. and I'm excited to share 10 bottles of it. Oh, yeah. The things that are happening to our food, Susan, are, it just, I don't even have a word for what it makes, the emotions that I experience. I had good friends that just came back from France, and both of them have always had stomach issues, and one of them really struggles with maintaining a good weight for some back issues because when the weight goes up, the back issue gets worse. And they were blown away I think they were there almost 3 weeks. They were blown away when they were in France, how much better they felt. The bloating went away. Their head felt clear. Weight was easy to maintain, even though they were eating pastries. And it's because of the additives. And you hear that all of the time. We're headed over in, oh gosh, just under 2 weeks. And I cannot wait to do a checkpoint personally for what happens with my body and having higher quality foods that have not been synthetically fortified. You know, we think, oh, these supplements are helping us, but it's the same supplement that is synthetically put in our food that's causing issues. I heard a woman once, I was standing in the health food store. She turned to her daughter and said, oh, any of these supplements are going to help you to feel better. And that's just not true. Synthetic nutrition, whether supplement form, whether food form, walks us away from health. We've proven that. Other countries, Mexico has tightened up. France has tightened up. They do not allow the GMOs and the synthetic fillers in their foods. And there's a health benefit to that. And it's interesting as Americans go over and experience the difference and recognize how much of a toll it's taking on their body because of the increase of health just during the week to 3 weeks that they're traveling through countries that place a higher priority on their food and the food that the people are eating. So yeah, that's, okay, Mandy. Two things. Cortisol. I struggle badly and know how much that affects the good things I'm trying to do. Lowering cortisol, the taking action. Oh, I've gotten stuck on taking action. So, Mandy, okay, let me try. I do not understand. Okay, let me go to my settings. I want to show you something that will, just don't understand why. Okay, I'm not going to be able to. Mandy, I hope you're on my email newsletter list because today I'm doing my masterclass, and that masterclass only goes out to my email newsletter. If you're wanting to join that masterclass, it happens on the first Monday of every month at 11 Mountain Standard Time. It is then sent as a recording and as notes to the people who were on that class. Today, I'll actually, I'll switch to another office with a webcam. I will be showing some things that you can do to reduce cortisol levels. If you're not on that list right now, Sherry, let's see, Mandy, please reach out to go to the website, grab our email. When I say it out loud, we get a lot of spam. So I'm trying to stop that. Go to the website and email. And Shelly, if you're not on that list, Shelly is so on top of things and she will email you the recording. I wish I could show you right now, but my camera's down. I will be focusing on that in our masterclass, patterns that drive the stress and ways that we can reduce that, and in our mind, physically, emotionally, and that's what the whole focus of the class is today. And I really think you would enjoy that class. If you're not on that list, you can reach out to Shelley and she could help you. Sherry says, my functional medicine doctor just recommended desiccated liver. Oh, it does. I just forgotten, Sherry, because I hadn't been taking it because the desiccated livers that I was testing are so high in heavy metals, and heavy metals I'm incredibly sensitive to. And so getting this back in stock, back in my home, back in my routine, I'd forgotten the benefits and how much better I feel taking desiccated liver. And so today I'll be giving 10. Please share with me your takeaway. If you're stuck on that takeaway, oh, Mandy, here's something you could do. Stand up. I think I can explain this. Let me move my mic up. So I'm standing up right now, and I'm just taking my arms and I'm taking my right hand on the right side of my body. I'm lifting my knee and I'm touching my left knee. And then I'm doing the same on the other side. So right hand to left knee, left hand to right knee, and going back and forth. And that's crossing your body. And when you cross that energy in your body, it helps you reduce cortisol levels. It seems so simple, right, Mandy? But it's the simple things that help reduce cortisol. And I do that before I go live. And then I also, another thing that I think I can, with my words, I can help you because it's two things you could do as well, maybe as soon as this is done. And that is put your hands on your hips and then just pretend you're hula hooping and start that hula hooping action and then make it into a figure 8. Oh my gosh. And it just feels so good. Make sure it's appropriate for your body. And, you know, if you've got back issues, don't push yourself. Make sure it's appropriate for you. But doing that figure 8 with your hips, acting like you've got a hula hoop. If you do have a hula hoop, go grab it. That will help bring cortisol down. Oh, here's another thing, Mandy. Yogurt. Getting the best yogurt you can get your hands on. One of my favorites is Coconut Cult, the original. The flavors have some things that I don't do, but the original Coconut Cult is a great non-dairy yogurt. Excuse me. Oh, this is horrible. Not how I wanted to end this live. The yogurt with honey also helps reduce cortisol. I'm going to call it good. Have a great day.